close the conference. I've closed many a sing-song in my life, but anyway, I'd like to come up from the people. I'm a council house boy from Penrowell and very proud of it. So, conference, look, it's been a great pleasure and indeed an honour to be asked to close this spring conference. A conference which I see as full of young, talented, trend-setting, beautiful young people. Well, some of you anyway. But here in this city of Newport, a city known for its radical tradition, and not a few hundred yards away from here, you can go to the Westgate Hotel, where you will still see the bullet marks in the pillars of that hotel, where the British Army shot the ordinary working-class people of this town, as it was then, and the valleys as they marched down here, fighting, believe it or not, for a decent standard of living and the right to vote. So when people wave their Union Jacks, think on that is what happened. They actually shot you. I would say, I'm not sure if it's now correct, that this city was very proud of the Chartists. They had a fantastic mural in the city, but the forward-looking council knocked it down. And that's the trouble with Wales, isn't it? Some of our councils have been holding us back as a country. Now, we need councils and a Welsh Local Government Association in particular to work closely with Welsh Government. Now, we can all have our battles during the elections and even our political attacks and banters on each other during our terms of office. But once you are elected, in my opinion, it might be old-fashioned, I think you have a public duty to work together for the good of the people. Now, as Plaid Cymru prepares to take control of our local councils, to keep control of some of our councils, and to gain control of our councils, always remember that is what they are. They are our local councils, and they belong to local people. Now, I've had I don't like saying this, I've had 41 years experience as a continual elected representative of this party. And I can recognise that they don't all do a bad job. Look at Gynhadledd, the Plaid Control Council, ably led by David Edwards. Always, in my opinion, a refreshing face of honesty on any political platform and on any political programme. An unsung, dedicated hero. He has big shoes to follow in Gynhadledd. I don't know what size feet he is, but I'm sure he has big shoes to follow. And good luck to all our candidates there. Cross to the neighbouring county of Conwy, led by that tireless grafter, Councillor William Hughes. I've known him milk his cows in the morning and be in a meeting in Cardiff by 9 o'clock. I don't know how he does it. Ceredigion, a Beacon-led council now, led by that gutsy fighter, Dr. Elin Abgwyn. You cross her at your peril, Boisbach. Carmarthen, Plaid-led, of course, by Emlyn Dole, fighting and doing the right thing, in my opinion, to ensure our language's survival in Llangennych. Heroes all. And we're all on social media now, and I've particularly noticed and witnessed on social media the excellent work of Plaid Cymru groups in Ynys Môn, I would say Caerphilly as well, Rhondda Cynon Taf, and I'm very impressed down in Llanelli. I think they're doing an amazing job. Street stalls every weekend, very famous for that now, almost as famous as you are for the saucepan. The stall staffed by people like Sean Rees, Brett John and others, so many young people out there every week getting our message across. And they're, again, ably guided by the experienced Dyfrig Thomas, who was rightly honoured here on this platform today. I believe we will hold and regain many more councils. I'm looking forward to the RCT Council going back to Plaid Cymru, and we will break through and further our strengths on places like Vale of Glamorgan, Blaenau Gwent is going to be a one to watch, where we perhaps get our first representation for many decades. And it would, of course, be remiss of me if I failed to mention Caerphilly, that I led for 8 very proud years. And I'm only saddened, really, to see the farce of 3 senior officers still home after 3.5 years on full pay at a cost to the taxpayers of £4.5 million and still rising. I could give you a list, Conference, of communities and schools where that money could have been better used. I look forward to Colin Mann as our new leader of Caerphilly walking through those doors on the first Monday after the election. And I look at our LDP in Caerphilly that wants to cover our valley. And not only our valley in new homes, but it's the same all over Wales, I see. Wrexham, Cardiff, Caerphilly, so many homes on greenfield sites. Why not brownfield sites, we have to start asking. And we have the obscenity in every county borough of thousands of empty homes across the whole of Wales. Plaid Cymru councils will bring those properties back into stock. And I've got a message. Now listen, you greedy landowners, you greedy building companies, and to greedy big business. You are not going to make a profit off our backs. We are keeping a sharp eye out now in Wales for these gangsters in suits, and you will do wise to remember the Rebecca riots. In parts of Wales, many men worked underground in atrocious conditions and ruined their health and lost their lives so that they could walk the green fields and mountains, and we owe it to the memory of our forefathers to fight for the protection of our countryside. What I find more galling is that there are more and more people coming into our country and changing it. I said in the Bedwars Conference in 1987, everybody is welcome to Wales. We'll sing our welcome to you. There's no problem. But you come here, but please do not try and change us, because we're not having it. These are sad days for Wales. Most of these homes are not built for locals. People selling properties in big cities, coming here, buying our farms, turning them into little hobby farms, changing them into ranches. This is not the Ponderosa or the OK Corral. This is Wales. I well recall a slogan that was advertised across the bridge: sell your house in Bristol and enjoy the profit in Wales. And councils here sit back and let this happen. Well, it's about time Plaid Cymru councils started insisting on more homes for local people, affordable homes and social housing homes. I'm very proud to come from a social housing background. My parents were in a council house. They shared their first council house. We were upstairs with 3 bedrooms, and Mr. and Mrs. Brock were downstairs with 2 rooms, and we shared the kitchen and bathroom. Can you imagine that today, ladies and gentlemen? Well, some might say it's better than perhaps the B&Bs and the hotels that some of our families are in. So councils here sit back, of course, and let this happen. Well, we're getting a little bit wiser. But what's more important for me, the public are getting a little bit wiser, and they're starting to fight back. And they're saying enough is enough. Across Wales, look, we have teams of dedicated people, local people who understand our issues, because we belong here. This is our land. And our Plaid Cymru candidates, and they're not just Welsh, by the way, but they're Plaid Cymru candidates of all nationalities who think like we do. I don't want to do a David Steele here, but let's go back to our towns and villages and cities and not only prepare for local government, but more importantly, prepare the people of Wales to take control of their local government again and work with Plaid Cymru. We are the only party that puts Wales first, the only party that puts the people of Wales first, all of the people of Wales. So thank you very much. Diolch yn fawr am dod i'r Casnewydd. Thank you for coming to Newport. And my final message to you is go home, good luck, and knock on doors, please. Thank you very much.